Happy Friday to my basics bitches out there. This is Friday No Filter, where we unleash the rant on the basics of health. Each Friday, we tear down the glossy facade and dive headfirst into the nitty-gritty of what it takes to thrive in the chaos of modern health. No frills, no fluff, just straight talk about what matters. It's time to embrace the chaos on your own journey and give a big, bold middle finger to the status quo. Hello, and if you're watching live, that was excessive. I did give the middle finger, but you're welcome. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, basics, bitches. Okay, so, lots changing in my world and space, and not in a bad way. It's just like running a business is weird. Running a business is super weird because you don't realize all the twists, the turns, and the things that go along with running the business. And it's just kind of weird. It's just kind of wild and crazy. So I'm going to be talking a little bit next week about some changes that is happening in the space. If you are local to me and you want a one-on-one in-person coaching, just message me, reach out. I typically have times throughout the week that we can hop in and we can do that. If you're interested in doing like more of a package of a certain amount of trainings in person, we can do that. But I have some interesting news coming about Fat Loss Basics next week. So I'm still trying to in my brain get this around and just do what feels right in my heart. As far as serving the people. So it's like, I try to do things in like the right way. And I just, just like your health, there is no right way. It's just like what feels best for you in the moment. And so anyways, so there's going to be some news coming along, Fat Loss Basics. If you guys didn't have an opportunity to go back and listen to Wednesday's episode, we really talked about metabolism, menopause, and really like honing in on the basics and why these things are so important for your health. This was an interview I did with Christina McClurkin and wildly fucking bomb. It was so good. We talk about kids. So if you're a mom and like how we handle our own kids and how we talk about food in our home and things like that. So really, really great stuff there. If you did not get an opportunity to go check it out, please do. So Friday No Filter really is going to be about what I talked about actually in Fat Loss Basics this week. And it's the importance of building a foundation. And we even talked about this on Wednesday in this podcast. And this is why I'm going to talk about it today. And here's what I'm going to tell you. The foundation that you don't have, the foundation that you aren't willing to fucking put the work in to build is the exact reason why you are in the cycle you're in. And I know you've probably heard me say, this is the exact reason you're stuck in a cycle. This is the reason that you're stuck in a cycle. This is the reason that you're stuck in a cycle. Really, it's truly not having awareness of what your basics are, how to really build a foundation. And it all kind of coincides and kind of is cohesive. It's like a unit. So when I'm talking about specific things within that foundation of why you're stuck, it's because it's a part of building this foundation. Being in a fad diet all the time is why you stay stuck. It's because a fad diet is not a foundation, right? Thinking that you're giving food moral value, good or bad, that is not a foundation of health. And so therefore it's a reason that you're stuck. It's part of that foundation. So you hear me say a lot of things like of specifics as to why this is you're stuck, but the overall arching theme of your inability to fucking get healthy is because you don't have a foundation built. And this is really point proven in what we have going on in Fat Loss Basics right now, which is the fact that I have clients who are literally like light bulbs are flicking on. Like we're turning switches, they're popping left and right. We're getting pretty fucking consistent with tracking our food, even if it's just in the food journal. So you are not required in Fat Loss Basics to fucking track every morsel that goes in your mouth, even if it's just you can send me a photo of the thing that you eat. Okay. This is a reality. So understanding that, there are pieces and puzzles and all these things that are starting to click for people and one of them even said, imagine that. It's like, I almost got consistent with something and then boom, look what happened. This is the key, right? This is the point. Now, the same person is working on getting she's got some health things going on and she has to go back to the doctor in like 3 weeks and get her blood redrawn. Okay. And it's like, I know for a fact that if she just stays consistent these next 3 weeks, doing the shit that she's doing right the fuck now, everything is going to change in those next 3 weeks. And I know it seems like, how is that even possible? I'm telling you right now, it is fucking possible to get your numbers to flop in 6 weeks or less. Like I'm not kidding. It is possible by just really focusing on Very basic things, okay? Very basic things, and building this foundation. And part of that foundational piece is not allowing yourself to get caught up in the dopamine hit. And I'm going to talk about this. I dropped this voice note. I'm going to do a little quick summary of it. But I dropped this voice note in my group coaching group because I thought it was important. And I almost myself this morning got swayed off my foundation, got knocked over. And it was just because of a dopamine hit. Like, it's cold in Michigan. It's snowy today. My kids went back to school. I'm helping out a friend, picking up some kids from school and taking them to swim and doing all the things because it's a half a day. So my kids will be home soon. And here's what I'm going to tell you. I really wanted to go get like this hot coffee or this like delicious hot cocoa or some kind of something. And that, guess what? That is not built. That is not a part of my foundation. That is not something that I choose to do on the daily. Because it doesn't align with my goals. But the reason I wanted it today had nothing to do with like, oh, I just want this, and so I'm going to have it. It had more to do with I wanted a dopamine hit. It's almost like I deserved it because it's cold outside, so I can just go get this really delicious, hot goodness, right? That is what my thought process was. And being aware enough to have this conversation with yourself of like, do you actually just want that to want that? Or do you want that because you're trying to fill some other fucking dopamine gap that you're trying to hit? And it ended up being, I just wanted a fucking dopamine hit. I just wanted that. So what I did instead was say, okay, do you actually want this? No. Okay. Then it's probably not a good idea that we go get it. Like, just drive home. I told myself, just drive home and you can, figure it out. If you want it at 3 p.m., then you can go get it at 3 p.m. But like, if you don't actually want it, just drive home. Just drive home. And so that's what I did. I drove home and I got my yogurt bowl and I put some M&Ms in there. I bought some M&Ms yesterday at the store. I put some M&Ms in there, some blueberries in there. So we got our chocolate, we got fiber, and then I got my about 40 grams of protein in. Okay. This is the foundation. Okay. My foundation is pretty fucking solid. I am able to stick to my shit because I have built the foundation. I've become aware. I have made myself understand, what am I doing? Why am I doing it? This is all a part of the foundational piece that you don't fucking have. I'm sorry. Like, I understand that it's really hard to hear, but the majority of my listeners and the majority of my clients, this is the work that we do, is building this foundation. And you're probably thinking to yourself, that is so fucking dumb. How stupid. Why would somebody pay a coach to build a foundation? And I'm going to tell you like it is right now. I didn't lose 80 pounds by doing all the bullshit. I didn't lose 80 pounds by getting all the dopamine hits. I lost 80 pounds because I built a rock fucking solid foundation of health. Okay? That is how I lost 80 pounds. I lost 80 pounds building a rock fucking solid foundation of health. That is it. That is it. And anybody that you ask that is going to have the same or a similar story to mine is going to tell you the same fucking thing. They stayed away from the dopamine hits and they built a rock solid fucking foundation. Because you want to know what? The storms are going to come. The hurricanes are going to come. The negative 25 degrees are going to come. And your house at the end of this day is still going to be standing because you chose different. You chose to build a solid foundation of health that nothing can waver. And it doesn't mean that we don't fuck up. And it doesn't mean that we don't make mistakes. And it doesn't mean that we don't get the ooey gooey hot chocolate sometimes for the dopamine hit. It just means that we do it far less frequently than we do it because we are aware, and our foundation is literally the thing that keeps us going. It is the thing that keeps us standing. It is the thing that doesn't let us down. And that is what you're missing. You do not have that piece. If you message me right now and you're like, Sarah, I still can't get where I'm going, but I have a rock solid foundation, I will fucking coach you for free. I will fucking coach you for free. You have to prove to me that you have a rock fucking solid foundation though. And I guarantee you, what you might think your foundation is being rock solid, and the reality of that is going to be two very different things, because I had no fucking idea what a solid foundation meant for my health. I just was like, I got to lose weight. I got to lose weight. Even 9 years ago when I started, I got to lose weight. I got to get this neck fat. Stop choking me. I got to lose weight. I got to get this neck fat. Stop choking me. I got to lose weight. This is what cycle I was stuck in. Even in the very beginning, I was like, oh my God, this is so much bigger. This is so much better. Like all these things that I used to think that I needed and wanted all of the time, I don't actually need and want all the time. I just thought I did. That is part of building that foundation. And you want to know what? I had to tear down the house. I had to tear down the walls. I had to dig up the dirt, and I had to rebuild that shit from the ground up. So if this sounds like, shit, I fucking need a rock solid foundation. That's something I don't got yet. Guys, hop in Fat Loss Basics right the fuck now. I'm telling you, right the fuck now. Send me a message. Let's get you in. Okay. And then, you guys, I hope you have an amazing weekend. I will be working on staying warm. Stay warm, guys. Stay warm. And I will catch you on the next episode.